What's up guys, I'm Chris and today you're watching a video on what I might perform on a night out if I'm not hired to do magic. Welcome to the channel and thanks for tuning in. If you haven't, please consider subscribing. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and any questions or comments, just put them in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to join the Chris Edwards Magic Secret Access group over on Facebook for further discussion, unlisted videos, etc. All right, so recently I had made a post just kind of reaching out and seeing what viewers might want to see as far as content goes that isn't directly reviewing everything that comes out, because that gets expensive. So some of the things that came up were good. Pocket management, what I might carry on a night out, which is what this video is about, as well as some other things. So this video is kind of tailored around what I will carry on a night out where if the opportunity arises, I might perform some stuff, but I'm not exactly hired with the intent of going out and performing magic. I will be posting a video on kind of what I do in that setting if I'm hired to go do walk around. I'll do both one on mentalism and an all ages one, as well as strictly magic. But this is just going out, having a good time with friends or maybe a gathering of some sort. This is what I'd have on me. So I'm just going to kind of go through my pockets. So I am wearing cargo shorts, but I'm not utilizing all the pockets. So this could very well be adapted to just regular 2 front pockets and 2 back pockets. But I wear cargo shorts all the time, so that's what I'm wearing. All right, so the first thing, I guess, well, I'll just go through my pockets here. The first thing is the Greek Peak wallet. So this is by Tony Antonio. I recently picked this up a few weeks ago and I've been carrying this with me every day in addition to my regular wallet. Now I have a couple things here that aren't in my pockets right now because I'm sitting down and it's easier if I have them out for right now. But the Greek Peak wallet, so I would use this for peeking information. And then I have a business card holder. I wrap this in a rubber band, mainly because if I want to do something with this, I could take out the business cards, wrap them, and then use like a biz peak for a full billet peak. I can also use these for routines like mana, which has multiple phases. Then ultimately you have your revelation of the written word. So business cards. These are things that I carry on me every day anyway. I have a deck of cards in here. Now, if I'm going out, I'm probably not going to keep them in this leather case or card holder. But I do have some blank face cards in here. And that is because that's what I use for my ambitious card routine. So rather than destroying a card, I just add a card to the deck, get them to sign it, and it works the same. So when I'm finished, I still have a full deck. And then inside, I just have a standard deck of cards. I think these are marked, but either way, I don't typically carry gimmick decks because they're usually limited to only a trick or 2, whereas a regular deck, you can do a whole bunch of stuff. So some of the things that I would do would be ambitious card, the biddle trick, different variations of triumph. So maybe one where I can do it standing. Others, if I'm sitting down at a table. I have a duplicate in there for transposition effect. And then what I've always known as 2-card Monty, but apparently that's not what it's called. There's another name for it. And sorry for the crediting because I don't know the name of it. But I learned it a long time ago from an Illusionist DVD, and it was called the 2-card Monty on there. And then my favorite, which is Chicago Opener. So I have a different color backed card in there, and that leads me to my next thing, which is a Sharpie. Now this Sharpie is by Richard Sanders. This is Remarkable. So it has a revelation on it, and I use this as an additional phase to my Chicago Opener routine. Now again, I'm not utilizing all my pockets, so this could be adapted to just regular jeans or whatever. Next, in my front pocket, I have my phone, which can be used for a number of things: Inject, Wikitest, DFB, a handful of different apps. I use Cypher for some things, whereas other things I use Toxic Plus. Also Timesmith, but I don't typically carry my SB watch unless I'm specifically working. And then I also carry a lighter. This is branded, so this is gimmicked for a playing card revelation blister effect. I also use a lighter with a routine that I do with a friction pen and business cards, so it's also a mentalism routine. And then in my other pocket, I carry a TT, so you guys know what that is. I don't need to show it even though it's been exposed a number of times. And some coins. Now, these coins are set up to perform Pot of Jam. I don't typically do a lot of coin magic, mainly because the coins that I use are normally in sets, so they aren't Canadian currency. So if I'm hired to do magic, then it's not out of the norm for me to pull out a stack of coins or some coins that maybe people aren't familiar with, because I'm doing something. I'm hired to do something there to entertain, right? So then that's normal. Pot of Jam, I just use my own currency. And then for the finale, I don't carry anything on me, but ultimately, in the original version, a Pot of Jam is dropped into the participant's hand when they expect there to be a coin. I use things such as wooden eggs when I'm performing walk around, but it's also nice because you just carry a few coins and then you can just find whatever's laying around to be your kind of final load or your kicker. So that's all I have in that pocket. In my other cargo pocket, I have just a regular Sharpie in a Sherpa case. And then I have a nest of wallets, so that I'll get more into. And then finally in that pocket as well. And some of these, like I clip onto my pocket rather than, so the Sharpie there, I clip in my pocket, so it's not really taking up space. And then this one here is Chop by Craig Petty, which allows you to do a whole chop cup routine, basically using borrowed items in a sense. I mean, you have to do something. So the Chop Sharpie, and then I have a rolled up Post-it note here and another rolled up just a piece of paper. It's a white paper. So basically what I would do there is I would sometimes I carry a little package of Post-it notes. I wouldn't if I was just going out, so I'm probably not carrying this one. But a regular white piece of paper is fine because you can easily roll up a napkin or a receipt, or there's always paper lying around that you can use to roll up and perform the chop routine. And then finally, in my back pockets, so in my back right pocket, what I would have there, I have the key, the extra key from Chris Rollins' Hide a Key. So that can be planted somewhere. And then I would have Pro Flight by Nicholas Einhorn ready to go in my back pocket. So that would just sit there and it's ready to go. I also have the gimmicked Hide a Key on there so I can perform something with the keys before going into this next routine. When I go into Pro Flight, I have a tile device on here, so I'll talk about that in a second. But basically the routine, I would either borrow a ring, because like I've said in other videos, this in my opinion is the safest ring flight that you can use, because it doesn't have a reel and there's really no moving parts, so you don't have to worry about damaging your participant's ring. So I'd borrow a ring for this, or I wear a ring. So that's the other thing, is I would have a ring on me to do some ring magic. And then ultimately, if I'm using this for my going into Pro Flight, I would just have my participant initial or put some kind of mark on there so that they know that there's no other rings in play. I also have just a shoelace around my neck, which is unseen until I need it or want to use it. And then I would go into my ring and string. That is a part of the pro flight routine. The way that I usually finish off my ring flight routine is either I put it back in my pocket, in the nest of wallets, or into my regular wallet. So that's what we'll get to next. So my regular wallet is the JOL Plus. What I normally do with this is the palm card to wallet. So I always have a Boncelope set up ready to go in here. So if I'm finishing off my ambitious card, I can load the card and finish off with, bringing a sealed envelope out of the zippered compartment, giving it to the participant. They can confirm it's sealed. They open it up and there's their signed card. That also works with a ring or a signed coin. So really any of those things, card or small object to impossible location. It's also nice sometimes to load predictions into that, because being sealed, it just looks impossible and like you had that well in advance. And then I also carry a prediction in here. So I have a picture prediction as well as will to read. So I would use the prediction in combination with DFB. I think that's it with the wallet. And then I always have some rubber bands on my hand or around my wrist. So lots of stuff that you can do with that. Another thing, if I'm going somewhere where there might be kids, and again, this isn't just for kids, this is perfect for all ages, but I might just throw a couple sponge balls into my pocket. Probably the same pocket as I keep the coins, because it really doesn't take up any extra space. And I think that is pretty much it. That is what I would carry if I were going out, not hired to do magic, but thinking it would probably happen. So yeah, if you have any questions, comments, just let me know. And if you like this video, let me know that as well, because I do plan to do more content like this, stuff that is a bit different than the regular reviews. So with that, that's all I got now, and I'll see you at the next video.